Hi, everybody. What's going on? It is August the 4th, 2025, in this world we seem to be in. And we are going to do tarot card and oracle card readings today. And if you're watching and you haven't been here before, my name is Brenda, and I am a shaman and a tarot card reader and a channeler. And today I would just like to say that we've got a few rules today for those who are new. Let's not do any political questions or medical questions. And let's also not do any third-party questions. So on Wednesdays, when we receive channeled messages from Spirit, you can ask them anything you want to. But we're not going to ask that of the cards today. So thanks for understanding. And I see we have Carl. Hi, Carl. How you doing over there on the other side of the world? There's CJ. Hi, CJ. And there's Rachel. And Paul Breed. Hi, you guys. You're heading home to Pennsylvania. You've got a long way to go. Oh, yeah, that is a long old drive. I haven't been on one of those kinds of vacations for very many years. And it is so much fun, though. When you're home, you're tired. But it's great that you got to have that experience. And you've had some pretty hot weather, haven't you, Paul? It was hot in Pennsylvania, and then it was worse in Arizona. 3 days away. That's a long drive. I hear a lot of people that I watch their YouTube videos of that live in Europe, and they're always amazed at how large the United States is. So, yeah, it's a long drive. I've got your question starred, Carl. Thank you. And so another week has rolled around. Can you believe it? Time is just flying by, isn't it? I just can hardly believe it's August. I didn't really want summer to end, but a few days ago we had some cooler weather. It's going away now, but there's Lottie. Hi, Lottie. Thanks for popping in. So we had this cooler weather for a few days, and it made me think of fall. And I was like, oh, I love fall so much. CJ, I got your question started. Thank you. And so now I'm looking forward to fall. I was wanting to put it off for a while, but now I'm looking forward to it. It's still, of course, it is a ways off. It is just August the 4th. And it will be warm through August and September, really hot, usually through August and September, and stays warm through most of October here where I live. But our weather, you never know what our weather is going to do here in the middle of the country. I guess when the weather comes over those Rocky Mountains, it kind of creates havoc, and it's kind of hard for the meteorologists to figure out what's happening. We lost Lottie Anderson from the WKRP TV show. Aw, I wonder how old she was. I always watched that WKRP show. We just thought that was so funny. We made sure we watched it every week. And she was really cool on that. Well, that is a shame. Blessings on Lonnie Anderson. On the wings of angels. You think she was 78 years old? Well, I'm not too far behind her. I'm 73. I bet she was gorgeous till the end. But she wasn't just a Barbie doll. She was also a wonderful, sweet person, I think, as far as I know. Carl said, yeah, she was. So I've got the tarot cards. I really like the tarot cards. I'm kind of partial to the tarot cards. And I've got the shaman cards, the angel cards, and the wisdom of the oracle cards. So I don't think I'm going to be bringing any channeled messages today unless some reason for that pops up. I think we're just going to do cards today. Cards for the week, mostly, unless you have different questions. I see some of you do. But my card reading for the week, Monday to Monday. So thanks, guys. Thanks, guys, for coming in. So let's ask if my spirit team wants to say anything before we get started. And then I think we'll break the cards in by doing a reading for the collective. So let me just get a little quiet here and still and see. Oh, I need to turn my chat on my phone. There you are. I can read the chat easier on my phone than I can off the computer. Rachel, I got you started. CJ said, I love that show, especially since my father worked for a radio station. Neat. There's Leah. Hi, Leah. Thanks for being here. How you doing? I hope you're not working too hard. I got you started, Leah. Leah, I let my granddaughter look at those cards, and they're at her house right now. But I'll be getting them back again. Thank you so much for that. And Carl says, I'd like to rewatch that show again. I wonder if we would feel the same way about it now as we did back then. Yeah, that theme song was fun. That was just a fun TV program. It really was. I remember a few of those. Leah says, no worries, I love the sharing. Good deal. Yeah, she was interested in those cards. She's like, ooh, can I use those for a little while? And I'm like, sure. Okay, let me ask to see if my spirit team has something they want to say. Of course we do. We're always here. We always love to talk to you, our dear ones. We are your guides and angels. We love you and cherish you. Of this you can be sure. We will be with you today. We will be guiding the answers. We will be guiding the cards. We are your spirit team for all of you. It is a crowded room. There are many here to participate in this gathering. We love you and we care about you, and we shower blessings on all of you. Namaste. How sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Leah loves my blouse. Thank you. This is kind of I don't know what you call it. It's a big tent that hangs from my shoulders. Oh, there's Annie. Hi, Annie. Thanks for being here. So let's just pull some tarot cards for the collective for our first question and get the cards warmed up. I'm hearing our song. There's Viviani. Hello, Viviani. Thanks for being here. I saw a little bit of your show this morning, and I thought you were extra beautiful today. You and John do such a good job. You are so gifted. We are one with the Father. We are one with the world. That's a theme song. They like to remind us that we are one. 5 cards for the collective for this coming week. Let's say the collective of the souls who have joined us here live today and watching. I've got you starred, Annie. Thank you for your question. We are one with the Father. We are one with the world. Do 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 do. A reading for the collective for those who are here watching and in the comments today. 5 cards for our collective. I don't think I have my situation set up very good here. I might have to reach down here and get something to put my cards on top of. Why didn't I think of that sooner? 5 cards for those of us who are gathered here today. What would you like to say to this group as a whole for this coming week, the first week in August, 2025? Time's flying by. I can't believe it's 2025 and I can't believe it's August. Hi, warrior girl. Thanks for being here. Okay, 5 cards. Yeah, I'm going to have to grab something to put these cards on. This isn't the best setup. Not the best setup I ever had. Okay, let's see what we got for the collective. This is the King of Swords. Swords are about thoughts. Sometimes I leave comments up on the screen way too long. I forget they're up there. The King of Swords. Swords are about thoughts. And the King of Swords is straightforward and true. So this is the energy that they're suggesting that we should carry through the week, is to be straightforward with our thoughts and our greetings and meetings with other people. Straightforward and true. And this is a strong masculine energy that we have going on this week. And then our second card is the Seven of Pentacles. Pentacles are about material things. And this card says that your investments, the energy that you have put into things, will pay off for you this week, especially at the beginning of the week, because that's what this reading's for. It's from Monday to Monday. So then around the middle of the week, we have the Page of Swords. Pages are messengers. Swords are about thoughts and things that are in the air. So the Page of Swords is standing there holding that sword up in the air. I always like to say, ready to whack down anything that gets in your way. And so they're also our spirit guides are telling us that they see that we are courageous and strong. And possibly this could be a, what do you call it? Not a feature. I can't think of the word, you guys. Something that we need, an energy that we need around the middle of the week. We're going to have to be courageous and strong, because the next card is the Five of Cups, and cups are about emotions. And this person is depressed and looking down and unhappy. But we always like to say if they would lift their head up and turn around, they would see that not all is lost. There's still some things behind them. And that's towards the end of the week. And here's another card, the ending for this week. What number is that? It's the Six of Swords. Swords are about thoughts. They are taking off. They're leaving everything behind. They're getting out of Dodge. They've had enough of whatever it is that's been going on. So it looks like that kind of energy might lead us into the next week. That's the last card for this week. So good and bad. Starts out good and it kind of goes downhill. So we'll see what'll be going on in the world. We'll see what that looks like next Monday. But Carl, you're talking about apple pie? Let's see what's going on here. My cousin's daughter is making apple pie. I'm hoping I win. It will be 7 years if I don't win. I don't quite understand that. This week at home, my cousin's daughter is making apple pie. I'm hoping I win this year. It will be 7 years if I don't win. Warrior girl, you got to go? Well, thanks for saying hi. I appreciate you. Take care of yourself. Oh, it's the fair? Is that a fair? Yeah, fair. We have those kind of activities around here where I live too. Aren't they fun? I hope you win. Namaste, warrior girl. Okay. Well, that was our reading for the collective. So that was good and bad, like we said earlier. So let's get going with your questions. Excuse me. I had cheese and crackers for lunch. I think it's coming back on me. I love it. We talk about food, Paul. I have 5 questions starred. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody. Pardon me for a minute while I go back up here and see if I got all the questions starred, because I'm notorious for missing questions. I'm really grateful for all of you for being here. I think I have you all starred. Viviani, you're so welcome. I'm sure it is special to get to work with John. What a kind-hearted man. He really is. I just feel so comfortable today with you guys. I don't have to put on a show. I'm not acting. I don't have to do anything except connect with the cards. I can be at peace, and so can you. We'll have a relaxing time. I think I got the question, so I have Carl and CJ and Rachel and Leah and Annie. So if I did not just say your name, I do not have your question. So if I have missed you, please repost it again, and I'll try to watch for it. So our first one that we have up, Annie's hubby is in Disneyland with your grandson having a blast. Wow. Wow, I've never been to Disneyland or Disney World. It's too far away from me. And now I wouldn't be able to walk around over there. Thank you so much. Let's see, Viviani, I see you have a question on my phone, but I'm not seeing it. Okay, I just need to go down farther. Annie, I had broccoli and cauliflower and chickpeas for lunch, and it was so good. I bought some organic chickpeas, dried chickpeas, and cooked them from scratch this morning, soaked them overnight. And they're delicious. They're so much better than canned. Viviani, I got you started. Thank you so much. And Paul, I got you started. Your granddaughter petted a bee that was asleep on a flower today. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, my angels and guides spoke to me in a strong way about the food that I eat a few weeks ago. And it's a very big, difficult switcheroo for me, because they only want me to eat things that are in the produce section, plus fish. And it's not easy to just totally turn everything around and change your habits. Yeah, home cooked dry chickpeas are so good. They're so much better. Okay, I better quit messing around. I could just sit here and look at your comments for an hour and I'd be happy. Thank you, Annie. Try shrimp and sugar snap peas. Thank you. Will I close any deals this week? Carl says. Both sides of the deal had medical issues today. So it's postponed to who knows when, but working on some old deals too. Okay. Let's pull some cards on getting the energy for this situation. Will I close any deals this week? Oh, just a minute. I have to tell my daughter that I'm on a live stream. Pause. There. Sorry, I had to do that. Life goes on even when you're on a live stream. 5 cards for our dear friend Carl. Our dear ones of love and light, what would you like to tell Carl through these cards? Tell us about the energy, if he will close any deals this week. What is the energy towards Carl closing any deals this week? The energy of Carl closing any deals this week. Well, Carl, mostly the energy is kind of slow. I'm going to have to hide your question. It's kind of big on the screen there. So the energy of you closing any deals this week. Well, the very first card is justice. So this is showing that you will receive justice in this situation. So I don't know what could be going on that would coordinate with this card, with what's going on in your life. But justice is coming. This might be about an old deal. Seems like that might make sense. And then you also did get the 8 of Cups, and this is a card of disappointment and emotions. So some disappointing emotions there. That did come up. Then you also got the 5 of Pentacles. And the 5 of Pentacles is that card of loss and disappointment. So you have 2 cards that show disappointment back to back, right around the first of the week, towards the middle. This card is from Monday to Monday. So up until Wednesday, there could be some disappointment, might go into Thursday. And then you got the Hanged Man towards the end of the week. The Hanged Man says to just let go, just to take a break and hang out and pause and just let things go as they will, let things be as they may. Don't try to control it, just to pause and let the universe do the work for you. What else would this card mean? Just don't try to make any decisions around Friday and Saturday. Just take a pause, take a break. Sometimes when we do that, things can fall into place. Have you ever had that happen? And then the very last card is the Queen of Swords. This is nourishing feminine energy. This is around Sunday, I believe. And the Queen of Swords listens to the opinions of others. That's why she's holding her hand out like that. So that's advice for you for Saturday, Sunday. Listen to the advice from others. And that is a nourishing energy coming around on Saturday or Sunday. So those were the cards I got for you. Carl, thank you so much. You've been trying to correct that previous deal to make it right this time? Okay, well, that makes sense, doesn't it? Thanks for that feedback. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody's questions while I was doing that. I don't think so. Okay, our next question is CJ, and then Rachel, you are next. After Rachel is Leah. Carl says, thanks so much, Brenda, but I gotta go. My 4 cats are tied to my bed, but I need to get them back in the bird cage before everyone wakes up. Okay, Carl, thank you for being here. Have a great day. Get some rest. CJ, may I have a card for the week? A card for the week. Okay, let's draw an angel card for you. An angel card for CJ. I love these cards. CJ is here. Thank you for letting me know. An angel card for our dear friend CJ. Love and light to you. An angel card for CJ. Dear angels, what would you like to say? Oh, I need a drink. I like to get ice water from Sonic. I like their ice. What would you like to say to our dear friend CJ through these angel cards? We are one with the Father. We are one with the world. They're telling us that they're here with us. An angel card for CJ. Oh, cool. You got freedom. It says Archangel Zadkiel is setting you free from the restrictions that have been blocking your peace. Oh, this is great. Number 10, let's see what the book says. I'm trying to keep up with your comments this week because last week I just had my nose in the cards and I wasn't watching the comments. Number 10. Well, last week I had 14 questions to get through, so I had my nose to the grindstone. Number 10, freedom. This is what it says, CJ. Your soul is yearning for freedom. You have been putting off making necessary changes for too long. The angel is igniting a flame within you to live your passion while urging you to remove all thoughts of limitations and worry. He's advising you to release all obstacles in your path and liberate yourself from unnecessary chores and obligations. As you leave behind all that has been inhibiting you, new doors will easily and effortlessly open before you. And set aside time to contemplate everything you do and do not want in your life. And then imagine the feeling of relief you will experience when all obstacles in your path are perfectly and peacefully removed. Nice, very nice. And that is the card we got for you, CJ. Thanks for being here. You are so welcome. And let's see who's next on our list. We have Rachel, and then Leah, and after Leah is Annie, then Viviani, and then Paul. Rachel says, may I have a card, please? So let's pull one of the Wisdom of the Oracle cards for you, dear Rachel. The Wisdom of the Oracle. I think Lottie. Lottie is the one that suggested these cards to me, and Viviani is the one that suggested the Angel Oracle cards to me. And both of these decks are terrific. I love both of them. Which one of these beautiful cards is for our dear friend Rachel? Dear ones of love and light, which one of these cards do you want Rachel to hear the words of today? Lottie says, yes, I was the wisdom of the Oracle. Yeah. They're great. They really are. Well, you got the never-ending story. I don't know if you can see that. My hand can't hold still. The never-ending story. Let's see what the book says. It's number 37. Viviani is amazing. Yes, she is. The never-ending story, 37. 35, 36, 37. The never-ending story says self-criticism, the wounded ego, and unnecessary dramas. It says there is a story woven through the imperfect fabric of life that tells of hurt and loss, rejection and humiliation, self-loathing and arrogance, and all manner of suffering, born of unnecessary dramas. It is the old story whose refrain is that you can't do this, you must not go there, you should not say that, lest your world come crumbling down. Today, know that none of that is true. Hi, Akila, thanks for joining us here. The sky is not falling. The voice you hear is just a small, scared, conditioned part of you that got stuck in a lie. It wants to protect you. Love that lost piece of you. Fear is all it knows. You are not your story, and the narrator is simply the voice of your fearful part, small and vulnerable and easily soothed. Let's see if there's something else here that we can look at. So at the very back of this explanation of that card, there's a paragraph that is headed Protection Message. So the protection message says this is a time to avoid drama at all costs, especially when it comes to other people's stuff. Your sensitivity is on overload these days, and you're best served by keeping your distance. Your mantra today is, not my circus, not my monkeys. All this drama will pass, and you will carry on, unscathed and blameless. I don't know if that resonates with you or not, but that is a lot of really good advice right there, isn't it? So I hope that you got something out of that, Rachel, and thank you so much for your question, and thanks for being here. And our next question is from Leah, and next is Annie. Let me put this card back where it came from. May I please ask for a message from my team? Absolutely. Let me get out the tarot cards for that. Let's ask for 5 cards for our dear friend Leah. 5 cards for our dear friend Leah. What would you like to say, Leah's spirit team? What would you like to say to Leah through 5 cards at this time? I like the cards. I still like the cards. You know, I've been mostly channeling messages, but I'm enjoying reading the cards on Mondays. Getting back to basics. Rachel says, wow, that's amazing. Thank you. You're welcome. 5 cards for Leah from Leah's spirit team. What would you like to say to her through the cards? A message for Leah in the cards. Sometimes it's kind of hard to stop shuffling. You just feel like you have to keep shuffling for some reason. Well, there's lots of messages in here for you, Leah. So they're good cards. So your guides and angels have things they want you to know. So your very first card is the Knight of Swords. Swords are about thoughts. And that knight is on a mission. See, his red cape is fiery red energy, and that red cape is flowing behind him. That horse is charging in with a lot of steam. And this is showing that you are a person on a mission, like this knight. You have things to do, and you are going places, and you are all over it. And then you have a big transformation and change in the Death card. Out with the old, in with the new, a big transformation and change. And I always love this card, and it's terrific advice. It is the Page of Cups. Cups are emotions, and pages are messengers. And this messenger is saying, be silly, have some fun, lighten up. That's good advice for all of us. And you also got another message with the Magician card, with them reminding you that you are a magician. You have all the tools you need that are laid out on that table in front of you, and they are advising you to be the magician and manifest what it is that you want in your life. Oh, and guess what? It's Lionsgate week, manifesting time. And then it shows you ending up with the last card of success, the Ten of Pentacles. Success in material things, just swimming in abundance. But isn't that nice? Those were the best cards, Leah. I hope you got a lot out of that. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for being here, and thanks for bringing us a question. Leah said, yay! Celebrate, celebrate. Dance to the music. Oh, Leah, that's funny. And our next question is from Annie. And after Annie, we have Viviani and then Paul. You are so welcome. Yeah, those were nice cards, fun. A lot of advice. Your spirit team came through for you. Does AI have a spiritual component? Has it ever been observed in Earth's history? Interesting. Interesting. Annie, can I move your question to the last? Then we'll have to ask for a channeled message on that. I've got two other questions for cards. And then if we could do a channeled message on your question for last, would that be a problem? I don't feel like I can pull cards on a question like that, but it's a good question. And I have to say that, sure, it'll be all right? Okay. I have to say that I did just watch a really wise man, a man who knows a lot about technology, was saying yesterday that it's just software. It's just computer software. Highly advanced computer software. It has been programmed to do what it does by people. It's just computer software. But we will ask Spirit. Spirit probably will have something to say about that. So we have Viviani and then Paul. Thank you, Annie. Viviani. Annie says, that's my thought as well. Sometimes we get all wound up about things and we don't need to be. And scary, scary rumors get started. Dear Viviani, may I have a message from my guides and angels, please? Well, let's ask for 5 cards for you. I'm partial to the tarot cards. We are one with the spirit. We are one with the world. And Viviani is here. And I'm so glad you are, sister. I've been receiving some cool messages from the angels. I record the messages I get every morning. I sit here for a couple, 3 hours every morning and hang out with spirit and receive messages. And I record it all in my journal on the computer. And I am so forgetful that sometimes I go back and look at my former messages, and I'm amazed at the things that I have been told, and I've completely forgotten it. I started channeling Nikola Tesla last week, and I'm supposed to talk to him every day. And for a few days, I forgot all about him. And last night I remembered, I was like, how can I forget Nikola Tesla wants to talk to me? I don't know, you guys. I don't know. Five cards from Viviani's spirit team to these cards, please. What can you tell Viviani? What kind of things does she need to know? Messages from her guides and angels, please, in these cards. Let's say for this week, from Monday to Monday. From Monday to Monday this week, the first week in August. What would you like to say? Heads up and advice. What would you like to say? For our dear friend Viviani. We are one with the spirit. Terrific cards, Viviani, terrific cards. Whoops, I'm knocking things over. The first card you got, Viviani, is the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles is just dripping in material things. He is so successful. So they are showing that you have this kind of success, that it's a masculine energy. It's a successful energy, a breadwinner energy. We often think of the masculine as being the breadwinner. So this is the King of Pentacles, and they're showing that you have this in your life. Whether or not it's material things, I wouldn't know. But there's a lot other ways to have abundance than material things, isn't there? So they're showing that you have a lot of abundance in your life and more on the way. This week, this is a reading for this week. And the second card is the Two of Swords. Something that you're in the dark about, a decision that needs to be made, 2 different paths to take. You can pull the blindfold off and you can see more clearly. But this is being careful and thoughtful about the decisions you're going to have to be making. And wow, you got the World card, Viviani. The World shows that you have traveled all around and completed the cycle, and now you're ready to move on with something new. And then you also got the Three of Cups, and this is an emotionally happy period, celebrating with friends. Cups are about emotions, and they're holding them up and like saying cheers, They're celebrating a happy time. Good for you. And then you got the Death card, which is not about death. This is at the end of the week. This is a big transformation and change. Out with the old and in with the new. So in the middle of the week, you got the World card, which is completion, ending a cycle and starting a new one. And at the end of the week, you got a big transformation and change. So possibly something is coming up that's going to rock your world. Thank you so much for being here, Viviani. That's what we got. Thank you for your question. And Paul Freed has got our last question, as far as I know, unless someone tells me that I missed them. And then we're going to ask the angels and guides for a channel message about Annie's question. Oh, you have an upcoming meeting? Well, good. Those were good cards. Leah says Viviani has a birthday coming up next month. Let's book readings to give support. What a terrific idea. Terrific idea. Thank you, Leah. Showering lots of love on you, Viviani. Five cards for a dear friend, Paul Freed, for this first week in August, for the next 7 days. 5 cards for a dear friend, Paul Freed. Dear guides and angels, what would you like to say to Paul through these cards for this week? Whoops, I'm juggling things. That's hilarious that I said I'm juggling things because the card that I juggled is the juggler. So this is possibly juggling too much. Are you juggling too much? Do you need to put something down so you can get along easier? I don't know. It's up to you. That card had to pop out. So let's see what other cards we get. I'm just having trouble with my voice today. Probably allergies. I think there's a lot of stuff in the air. Paul said may be true. Okay, now we need 4 more cards for our dear friend Paul, dear guides and angels. What else would you like to say to Paul? Heads up or advice? Very nice cards with a lot of advice for you in there. All advice. They told you you might be juggling too much. You could put something down. And then the Hierophant is saying to just be normal right now. Just follow the norms at this time. Don't try to go out there and do anything wild. Just follow the norms. And then we have the Queen of Swords. Paul, the Queen of Swords. There's Beverly Thomas. Hello. Thanks for being here. The Queen of Swords is, of course, a feminine energy. Strong queens are rulers. They're very strong. And so this is a strong feminine energy, and swords are about thoughts. And the Queen of Swords is holding her hand out there, and she's receiving information and guidance from other people. She listens to the advice of others. So this is advice for you during the middle of the week. And then also towards the end of the week, Paul, you got the Justice card. Some kind of justice is coming your way. For what? I don't know. Are you due justice for some reason? Or something might come up that you need to receive justice for. So time will tell. And then your very last card for the end of the week, Paul, is the Wheel of Fortune card. A change for the better. This is going to spin you into something new at the end of the week. A change for the better. Thanks, Paul. That's what Spirit had to say to you through the cards. They came through really strong, didn't they? Lots of meaning in those cards for you, Paul. You are so welcome. And then I'm going to go on to Annie's question. And if someone put a question in and I did not see it and answer it, please let me know in the comments, because I sure didn't mean to, but that happens sometimes. It happens with me a lot. I'll miss someone's question pretty much each time I'm on here. And I don't mind at all if you have to tell me. Okay, so this time let's move on to Annie's question. We're going to ask for a channeled message about this. And I do have some opinions about it, which I wish I didn't have, because I did just watch a YouTube video about this subject. The good thing is I don't hardly ever remember anything, so my mind shouldn't be influencing it too much. Lottie, you don't think I missed any? Thank you so much for checking. Thank you, that's really helpful. Annie says, I think AI is very useful, a man-made tool, period. That's my opinion. I think you're right. Well, that's what the show I saw was about, so let me see if I can get quiet and clear my mind. What does my spirit team want to say about this question? Everyone's talking about AI, dear ones of love and light. It's on people's minds. It worries people. They're afraid that it'll take over the world or something. So, what would you like to tell us about this subject? I'm going to have to settle down. We are one with the Spirit. We are one with the world. We are here. We are here for you indeed. We love to answer your question, and this is an interesting one, of course. Interesting one, of course. Yes, AI is a big subject now on the earth, is it not? Let us see what we can say about this to you, our dear friends. We support you and care for you. We hold you up and carry you when you need it. Of this you can be sure. We will let no harm come to you. Talk to us, we are always with you. Moving on to the subject of AI. Well, I'm still hearing these other things. We are with you always, even till the end of the earth. This is not a perfect quote, but that is a quote from the Bible that was something that Jesus said. This is true. We wanted to bring that up to you. Have faith. Your world is going to be okay. AI is not going to take over your world. Have no fear. It is just a tool for people to use to gain knowledge. And gain knowledge you can with this tool. You can ask it anything. It has been well programmed, you see. Have no fear, it is not the end of you on the earth. For this reason, there are other things you could be fearful of with more reason than this. But we wish for you to not be worriers. Where does that get you? It only brings you down. Remember, you are creators. You create with your thoughts. What does having fear about AI create in your world, we ask? Your thoughts create your world. What do you want to create? Do you want to create a monster machine that will take you over? No, you do not. Your wish is the opposite. So create this scenario in your mind that it is nothing, that is just another computer thing. As you know, you are familiar with that. Computers do many things, but they have nothing over the child of God, which you are. You are great and powerful beings. You have forgotten who you are in reality. This is not reality that you seem to be in. You are still home with the Father. Part of you, most of you, is still home with the Father. You are swimming in abundance and freedom and safety. You are not really in a scary world. Don't let the scary thoughts that have been created take you over, dear child of God. No harm will come to you from this device. Have no fear, you are safe. Safe in the arms of Jesus. Thank you so much. I've been receiving a lot of messages about how when they talk about Jesus, it's not the man, it's the Christ consciousness. And they've been telling me several times, the Christ consciousness is coming. Coming soon, they always say. Thank you so much, dear ones. That was a wonderful message. And Annie says, I'm not in fear. I see people giving power away. It is all giving power away to thinking it is all knowing. Right. Paul said, have a great night, Brenda and all. There's Sue. Is Sue here? I didn't see you come in, Sue. There you are. Hi, Sue. Thanks for being here. You're welcome, Annie, and thank you for that question. So I think we are complete, and I just thank everybody for being here. I've been receiving a lot of messages from my spirit team, a lot from the angels and from Ezra, the angelic collective. And I am late on bringing some of the messages to you, and I need to spend some time making videos. I've been having a little trouble with some of my software, so wish me luck. And I will be back. I just feel funny about closing the program. I like to hang out here with you. But we've been on here for an hour, so an hour is long enough for anybody, right? We have other things in our life to go do besides sitting around and watching YouTube, I think. So I will be back on Wednesday and Friday, 2 Central Time in the U.S. And on Wednesday, I'll be bringing channeled answers to your questions. And on Friday, instead of asking spiritual questions, we're going to celebrate Lionsgate and talk about manifesting. So you can start manifesting now. The Lionsgate portal has been open, I think, since July the 27th, and it's open till the 12th. But the height of that time is supposed to be on the 8th. And the 8th is on Friday when I'm going to be on here anyway, at a regular scheduled time. So thank you, everybody. I won't try to say all your names right now. I'll forget somebody, but I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. And I hope you come back on Wednesday, 2 Central Time. And we'll probably be seeing and chatting on other YouTube live streams, won't we? So see you all soon. Blessings. You're all welcome. And remember that Jesus says in the Course in Miracles that angels always hover near. Bye-bye.